With bars and restaurants closed, bring a fun night out into your own living room with virtual trivia night. Joining us to share how you can get quizzed is six-time Jeopardy champ Christopher Short. Thanks for being here, Christopher.
Nice to be here, Aubrey. Thank you.
So you are a six-time Jeopardy champion. We're going to have to talk about that experience first. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So that was coming up on 10 years ago. It's been a little while. I don't know if they're going to pull me out of the vault or what. But no, it was just about the most fun I ever had in my life, honestly. An absolute whirlwind. You know, they shoot 5 shows a day. So really, by the time I knew what had happened, I was out on the street looking for lunch in Los Angeles, where I'd never been, by the way.
Oh, wow.
But you know, lo and behold, 6 games later, I paid for this room I'm sitting in now. So there you go.
Very cool. So you put your winnings to good use. I'm sure that day where you do all those shows, your wheels are just turning with information. And now you're putting that information to good use. Tell us about Geeks Who Drink.
Yeah, so Geeks Who Drink is a nationwide pub quiz company. So up until a few months ago, we were in bars, more than 1,000 bars from coast to coast, about a half dozen in Sacramento and a few dozen more across California. All of that ended quite abruptly, as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. And so what we've done now is we've moved the whole experience online. It's still a very social event. We do it in a Zoom room, you know, Zoom, that program that none of us had heard about 6 months ago, and now we all spend our whole lives in. You know, we use the same audio-visual components that we had and that people have come to know and love for many years. And we'll kick you out into your breakout room so you can talk it over with your teammates just like you would have in the bar. You've got to bring your own booze, of course.
Very nice. It's a team effort. What's a pub quiz for people who don't know?
Yeah, pub quiz is a tradition that started in the British Isles probably 30 or 40 years ago. It really is just a way to get together in a bar and, you know, show what you know. With our Zoom quizzes, for instance, a lot of them are just general knowledge, the exact same product that we've been doing, but we've also been working in more and more themed quizzes. So, for instance, this week we have a quiz on the aughts, that decade that started in the 2000s, and all the pop culture from there. And actually, on Friday night, we're doing an entire quiz on Harry Potter,
Ooh.
And we're going to be raising some money to benefit the National Center for Transgender Equality with that quiz.
Very
So
cool.
we're very excited
yeah,
about
so
that.
you mentioned some of the events that are coming up. So when do all these virtual quizzes and competitions, when do they take place?
They happen 4 nights a week, and you can find all the details on geekswhodrink.com. Buy your tickets right from there. So
you can find out what nights and maybe what theme is going on.
Exactly. We've got upcoming themes, everything from action movies to baking. So we try to cover the whole gamut, a little bit of something for everyone.
Find your specialty. So you mentioned kind of the themes, the different categories. I want you to test one out. Give me one. Ask me a trivia question.
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, this Wednesday's theme quiz is all about the aughts. And so I brought you one of my favorite questions from a previous round we did about that decade. And in fact, it comes from the end of that decade, all right?
All right.
In the summer of 2009, dogs finally got their own 4-sleeved version of what, as seen on TV, blanket brand.
Snuggie? What is a Snuggie?
It is a Snuggie, and you don't have to phrase it in the form of a question.
Well, you made that really easy for me. I'm sure it's a little tougher. But one of the things you said is that you can play with a team. So is there options to play by yourself, or, you know, can you join a team if you don't have anyone?
Yeah, you know, we sell tickets per device. It's $6 per device, so not too bad. The quiz, just make sure that you set aside an hour for it, because that's about how long we go. And, of course, when we say per device, if you play with your family, you just got to pay for 1 ticket. It's very nice.
Okay, cool. And are there prizes? You know, we always want to win if we're getting it right.
Yeah.
What do they win?
Exactly. We do have prizes, everybody from the winners to just team names. You know, like we love to pick our favorite team names. It's a very social event.
Okay, we got to keep it fun. And as you mentioned, if you want to sign up, you need to do this beforehand.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And geekswhodrink.com, we will send you to the page where you can find all of those events.
Okay, Christopher. And then back on another personal note, because it's not every day I talk to a Jeopardy champ. But, you know, when people find out that you were on the show, like, do they start throwing random questions at you to test your knowledge? Is that common?
Oh, you know, you've touched on, like, sort of my greatest social fear in life is just being stumped. Once it's true, everybody's out to get you once they know that you're a Jeopardy super champion. So, yep, fortunately, in my line of work, I'm the chief editor for Geeks Who Drink, so I still do consume an awful lot of information every day, and usually people have a hard time stumping me.
Oh wow. Well, next time I'm going to prepare. Next time we have you on, I'm going to find some questions. I'll try out my questions on you. But thank you so much
Absolutely. Do
for
your
joining
worst.
us. Yeah, thanks for telling us all about Geeks Who Drink. And if you want to get your trivia night on, you can check out geekswhodrink.com.